16 top teams from across the continent of Asia have arrived in Qatar with one shared desire: to lift the AFC Under-23 Asian Cup 2024. The 6th edition of the tournament gets underway for the host nation Qatar in Group A, as they take on the tournament debutants Indonesia in the Jassim bin Hamad Stadium in Doha. Qatar will be aiming to replicate the senior national team's success and use the home advantage to lift the trophy for the first time. However, Qatar's head coach Elidio Vale said the immediate target is to seal Olympic qualification with 3 automatic spots available. Qatar's rising star Ahmed Al-Rawi already opened his account for the national team against Kuwait last month, and he starts alongside Mahdi Salem in attack. For Indonesia, all eyes will be on Marcelino Ferdinand. Hailed as the generational talent by Indonesia's fans, he already has over 20 senior caps and recently became their youngest ever goal scorer at the Asian Cup. To score from 11 metres, and he drives it down the middle to score the first goal for Qatar in stoppage time in the first half. It's the first goal of the tournament, and Qatar haven't progressed from the group stage in the last 2 editions, but they're on the right path as they head into the break 1-0 up after that well-taken penalty. And then there was has a free kick from a long way out, 2 in the wall, and it's driven in! A fantastic effort, what a hit that is! Off and a long throw-in launched into the box, causing all kinds of trouble, and there's Marcelino! Catches it well, and Youssef is there to tip it round the post. Marcelino Ferdinand catches the volley well. To their home fans as they run out 2-0 victors over Indonesia. It was a really bright performance from the first whistle, and they take the 3 points to move to the top of Group B. And they'll face Jordan in their next match, while Indonesia will take on Australia.
After Australia drew with Jordan and Indonesia suffered a 2-0 loss to Qatar on match day 1. Indonesia have suspensions to deal with after Ivar Jenner and Ramadan Sananta were sent off in the opener. As we go into the 2nd minute, and Indonesia with the first attack already. The long ball, Suleiman with the cutback, and the first effort is deflected wide. Sroya with it there, and close to the opener. Both sides playing well, but their final ball is just lacking at the moment, as we see Strick there, cutting in and rifling wide of the targets. Torre's shot is blocked by Komang Tegu, but VAR notices he used his hand. It's a penalty. Torre steps up, and it's a great save. As he's played in down the left-hand side, cuts in on his right, and it's deflected wide of the target again. As a corner is floated in, as the shot comes in, and it's deflected on its way through. It's redirected by Komang Tegu. 1-0 to Indonesia. The volley coming in from Nathan Joe. Half-time, Indonesia have their noses in front. Torres saved penalty, proving crucial so far. Maybe with the late chance to clinch it, as a block comes in from the Australian defender. As a full-time, it is 1-0 to Indonesia. A terrific result for them. They doggedly held on against the misfiring Australia side. Indonesia then will hope to clinch their place in the knockouts against Jordan next time out, as Australia go up against the host
Thread in the Abdullah bin Khalifa Stadium. A stalemate against Australia in their opener, followed by a last-minute loss against Qatar, means it's a must-win match for Jordan. Head coach Abdullah Abu Zema knows they'll have to took down Australia 1-0 with a battling display in their last match. They'll qualify for the next round with a win today. Shin Tae-yong can call on Ivar Jenner as he returns after his sending.
Final pits Korea Republic against Indonesia. 2020 champions Korea Republic cruise through Group B, winning all their matches. Debut. For Korea Republic, captain Bayon Jun-soo returns after suspension. For Indonesia, Ramadan Santana comes back from suspension and is a sub. A positive start from both sides in the opening quarter of an hour. Indonesia attacking now, and that is a blockbuster of a shot. A rocket into the top corner from Struik as Indonesia take the lead. That is incredible. And Indonesia are not just sitting back, as Marcelino gets on the end of a fantastic flick there, and he can't quite get the curl on the ball to a deep cross in here. And it's a wild header, but it's ended up going into the back of the net there. It's an own goal from Komang Tegu. It squirms into the goal. Past Hernando. Stuff, a long bouncing ball is sent forward and Struik's onto it and he finishes coolly. Indonesia retake the lead 2-1, his second of the game. Ivar direction on the pass. Half-time, a really entertaining match. Indonesia lead 2-1 and with a man less, but suddenly the chance here on the break and it's 2-2. A brilliant counter there. And it's Jeong Sang-bin with a lovely finish. Korea Republic head coach Hwan Sang-hong is then sent off. As still deadlocked, we go into extra time. Stubborn defending from Korea Republic, but that's a long ranger from Nathan Cho. It's just wide from all of 30 yards from the Indonesian. No further breakthrough, and it's into the lottery of a penalty shootout. We're into sudden death as Lee Kang here steps up, and his penalty is saved. Now Pratama Ahad with the chance to send his team to the semis, and he does it, sending it right into the corner. Wild celebrations as the debutants have done it. They now face Uzbekistan or Saudi Arabia for a place in the final. Asian Cup sees debutants Indonesia attempting to continue their sensational run in the tournament against Uzbekistan, who have a perfect record on penalties. Rafael Struik was their star performer, but he doesn't feature today as he's suspended. Uzbekistan cruise through their quarter, and Roman Aliyev scoring. The former is on the bench today. The Indonesian fans have turned up in their droves to cheer on their heroes, but it's Uzbekistan with the better start in a first half of few chances. Hoshimov here taking on the first effort, and it's just wide of the post. Decent effort though from outside the box. Now coming up, half-time 0-0, Indonesia not creating much, but limiting Uzbekistan to a handful of chances. 10 minutes into the second half, the semi-final still in the balance. As Odilov here goes for the strike, but he pulls it just wide, curling away from goal. As the cross comes in from the right-hand side, and that's finished off finally. It's Norsheyev, the substitute, who's done it, making it 1-0 to Uzbekistan. The assist from Hamraliev as two subs combine. It can't be finished the first time, but it does end up in the back of the net. It's an own goal from Arhan in the end. Jalaluddinov really stretching the keeper. The header off the post from Huzanov, but in the end, Arhan is the unlucky man. 2.5 minutes into stoppage time. The 10 men of Indonesia not giving up yet as Marcelinho hits the side netting. Now deep into stoppage time, 106th minute. It's a late corner for Uzbekistan, and off the inside of the post, off the line twice. At full time, it's 2-0 to Uzbekistan as they reach the final at the expense of Indonesia, whose fairy tale run comes to an end at the semi-finals. Uzbekistan now face either Japan or Iraq in Friday's final, while Indonesia will play in the third place playoff with a spot at the Olympics. The prize.
Face off in the Abdullah bin Khalifa Stadium in Doha in the Under-23 Asian Cup third place playoff, with automatic qualification for the Paris Olympics waiting for the winner of today's encounter. Iraq are seeking a 6th appearance and a first since 2016 while in this encounter so far. Chance here with the long throw for Indonesia. And what a stop. Comes back out to Jenner, and Jenner finds the bottom right corner to give Indonesia a lead inside the opening 20 minutes. Strikes. Almost half an hour gone. Iraq with a corner here. It's not dealt with well by Hernando Ari. Danger here, and we have the... So half-time, all square at 1 apiece here. Another electric start to the action, just like in the first half. End-to-end stuff here. What a bad effort that by Marcelino Ferdinand. Effort on the half volley there by Kelly Sroyer. Just couldn't keep it down. Decent attempt nonetheless. Line. Nathan Cho getting back in time. Niad Mohammed not able to get enough on that effort. Still So nothing to separate the two sides. We head into extra time here. Little dink over the top. It's not dealt with. Chance here for Iraq, and it's through the keeper's legs. Ali Jassim with what can surely only be the winner. A fantastic ball. Questionable defending. Nothing wrong with the finish though. So at the end of an intense fight to the finish, Iraq secured their place at the Paris Olympics with an Ali Jassim extra time winner. Indonesia must now beat Guinea in the last playoff on the 9th of May if they want to join them in France.